What's good, guys? It's Fattern coming to you with some DOMs on radiation, and we're using everyone's favorite gun today, the good old AK-74U. So today we're just going to talk about, I guess, just Call of Duty in general. I feel like it's such a vague, well, not a vague thing, but such, I mean, it is a general thing because I'm talking about it in general. I'm an idiot. But there's so much you can talk about, and there's so much that I guess gets debated on between, like, how the game should be played, what needs to be changed, what's fair, what's overpowered, all this sort of crap. So I guess we're just going to try and touch on that a little bit. I feel like it's finally getting to the point now where it really doesn't matter what people use. People are really just going to whine over everything, and I'm definitely one of those people that will whine about a lot of things. As a lot of you know, there was the new playlist that was brought up, the Express playlist, and it sounds like a sweet idea, like an awesome playlist. That there's no ghost and there's no second chance. But it's funny because as soon as that changed, all people are doing now is I've heard a lot of people whining about, oh, everyone just uses UAV, blah blah blah. Okay, so you whine about getting rid of second chance and ghost. I get it, got it. And now you're whining because everyone uses a UAV, so you're being found on the map. Like what? Like I don't get it. Isn't that what Call of Duty 4 was all about? You got 3 kills, you were automatically on the radar. I mean, you could have used UAV jammer, but who did? I don't get it. Maybe it's just from the new wave of Call of Duty players that are being brought in, because back in Call of Duty 4, like, that crap did not matter. If someone threw up a UAV, it was just, you better be on your freaking toes to smack these people, not, I need to hide. They've got a UAV, my kill streak, my life in real life is in danger. It shouldn't be like that. It's really supposed to be that, someone has a UAV, you just have to play smarter because they sort of have an idea of where you may be hiding. That's all I can say about that, at least that general, or that specific topic, but in general, it just seems like people are just getting, anything that may not go their way exactly seems to be, something to whine about. I don't know. It kind of sucks to think about because, I played Call of Duty 4, loved it to death, and, loved the idea of the 3-5-7 kill streaks. And now that idea is kind of old and worn out. People say that we should go, or a lot of people think that it should go back to that, but that would just be so boring. And look at these campers, both of these guys. JR72, I think he was one of my other gameplays, yeah. But it's just one of those things that you have to kind of get used to. The gameplay now is so much faster, and if someone has a UAV to find you, well, guess what? That means you shouldn't die as often. You should probably dominate them, and like that guy who camped like a little ghost person. So you know what? I mean, I guess I used to get upset about ghosts and stuff, and now ghost really only gets me when they have ghost like in a silenced FAMAS or silenced 74U, and they're generally like camping, like this guy. The guy in the back left corner that I can see on my radar that I'm trying to kill, but I can't see exactly where he is until I finally get him. Like, what are you doing, bro? Well, what's going on here? That's the only stuff I can really complain about. And yeah, I am kind of using a little bit of an overpowered weapon. It's true, but I'm starting to realize, it's just not that it's just a game. Obviously, it is just a game, but it doesn't really matter what playstyle I use anymore. Someone's always gonna find something worse than me. At least I'm running and gunning. These guys are camping with ghosts with silenced weapons, and I don't know. I don't get it. There's too much whining going on, and I don't know where it came from. Obviously, there's a lot of it with the 3x frag and martyrdom and juggernaut and Call of Duty 4, but like we seem to live with that pretty well. And granted, Black Ops has its own things. It seems to be so much worse. Maybe it's just because there's so many more people playing the game that it's very vocal now, or is it, we want things to be perfect, so if it's not perfection, then why are we even playing this game? You got me. I really don't know, and here's a host migration that I didn't get rid of. I think it's because I actually did pretty well here. But yeah, that's one of my biggest things, that people just whine about everything, and it's ridiculous. Like, you need to shut your mouth and play the game. Yeah, I get it. I whine about Ghost. I whine about Second Chance, because it's annoying. It's ridiculous. They're overpowered. But it's not as bad as, okay, so they get rid of Ghost and Second Chance. Now people are like, oh, I'm on the radar. Like, what? Who cares if you're on the radar? Just don't suck. Like, that's all I gotta say to you. Because if you're getting beasted on by kids who are using a UAV, maybe you should step it up and learn how to not die. I don't know. That's just me. I love the idea of that playlist. I'd really like other playlists to be like that. If you have like a cheap tactic, you know, that's fine. But if you like, if you constantly throw out UAVs, counter UAVs, guess what? Well done. That means you're like stopping me from doing anything, which is what you should be doing. So I don't have like any beef against that. Usually I don't have a beef against someone who just uses the FAMAS or just uses the 74U. But I kind of get annoyed when all they do is like, you know, kill streak horror and stuff like that. They don't cap flags. Like, that's just annoying. Go play team deathmatch. But when it really comes to things like Ghost, like, it gets annoying when people camp and things like that. So that's what gets me. If you're gonna use UAVs, then you're gonna know where I am on the radar at all times. Good for you. That means I have to change it up. So like, if I'm going for high streaks, I better switch it up, because if you've got all these UAVs, probably not gonna get these high streaks if you're sitting in a corner waiting for me. I don't know. I guess it's just so whiny now. I mean, I feel like, not that Modern Warfare 2 had everything to do with it, but I feel like Modern Warfare 2 had a lot to do with it, because there was never commando knifing, like right there. That would not have been my first reaction, even though I was reloading, had no bullets left, so I may have. But back in Call of Duty 4 and World at War, knifing was not your first reaction to things. I know I've gone over this like 20,000 times, but it makes sense, and it's... A lot of people praise Modern Warfare 2 for its fast-paced gameplay, but the flaws in that game were undeniably bad. They were horrible. And Black Ops is doing the same sort of thing. Like, they said, oh, we're going to put in low kill streaks and, you know, to encourage people to not camp. But all you get is a bunch of campers with Ghosts, because now they're like, I'm invisible to everything. So each game has brought equally horrid things to the table. Call of Duty 4 did, but it was like the first in the the first one in the series with, like, you know, the kill streak perk Call of Duty stuff that set up. Call of Duty 3 wasn't really anything like it, but Call of Duty 4 introduced all these things. So, you know, I give it a little leeway. World at War was the same sort of thing. I don't know if I'd give them as much leeway. Their game was basically like in development and being not finished, but very close to being finished as Call of Duty 4 was being released, and as we were, you know, finally getting our hands on it and figuring out the game. But like Modern Warfare 2, they catered to douchebags way too much. That's all there is to it. People who quickscope 24/7, because Modern Warfare 2's quickscoping is just keep pressing the aim button until you finally get a kill. That's all there is to it. And yeah, so there's like, Modern Warfare 2 brought a lot of bad things, and so did Black Ops. Black Ops brought a lot of weapon balancing, but they've also reinforced the idea is that if a gun is overpowered, nerf it, which isn't necessarily the case. Maybe you should, I've talked about this before, beef up some other guns. And yeah, because otherwise you got so much crap going on. So many, now everyone's got weak guns they've got to use. The hit detection is horrible. Black Ops would be a great game if it was a little faster paced and had better detection. It would be to be honest with you, it would shit on Modern Warfare 2. It would just shit all over it if it had better hit detection. And they made some more guns more powerful. Not like Modern Warfare 2, like zero recoil ACR, you know, fucking SCAR bullshit, or like automatically kill every burst M16. Not like that, but like, you know, power them up instead of, like, you know, making them all equally crappy pea shooters. That's just my idea. It sounds good to me, but I don't really know what to do about it. So the game's wrapping up here. Sorry about my little bitch fest, but just Call of Duty is just, I guess, basically just become a section for a bunch of whiny people. And I guess you could call this whining if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna say that, you know, this is my ideas on like what needs to change with Call of Duty, or what things should be different, because it's getting out of hand, and people are whining. They need to suck it up or go play something else, because this is the way it is. Anyways, that's the score. It's Fat Ern. Talk to you soon. Peace.